So welcome back guys, I'm your Medic B here and you're here for your B Math class. So in our last video we just learned about the relation between the coefficients of a polynomial and the zeros. And in this video I just wanted to say about how do you form a polynomial when you are given with the zeros. Maybe the relation between them, say the sum of the zeros, product of the zeros. How will you form a polynomial? So for that, please, I would just request you to remember this picture. This gives a clear and simplified explanation for that. For a constant polynomial, there is no zeros. For a constant polynomial, there wouldn't be any zero. Say, because for whatever x you feed in, the answer that you are going to get is always fixed. It may or may not be zero. So it doesn't vary with the x that you feed in. So the sum and product of the polynomial doesn't exist. And also the p of x will be of the form k. The k it's any constant number. We don't know what is that for sure or exactly, but it is a constant number. For the second type is a linear polynomial. Linear polynomial is say 0 is a. For example, the 0 of the polynomial you take it to be a. In a linear polynomial it will have only one 0 and we call it to be a. Sum and product of this zeros on the it is having only 1 0. So how will you add 1 0? It will be the number itself. It will be the 0 itself. So the sum and product of the zeros is a itself, alpha itself. You call it alpha. So already as I said in the last video, if x is a 0, x minus alpha is a factor. Only then it will appear in the factorization of the polynomial, and only then if you equate it to 0, if you equate the polynomial to 0, you will get alpha as the 0 of the polynomial. So that is why we say if x is a 0 of the polynomial, x minus alpha should be a factor. So we don't know if the coefficient of x is 1, so that is why we multiply by k to make sure that it is falling in line. It doesn't make any problem at the end. So the third type is a quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial will have two zeros. Let us call them alpha and beta. Sum of the zeros will be alpha plus beta. Product of the zeros will be alpha into beta. So what will be the form of the polynomial? It will be of the form k into, you will have the coefficient k for the total polynomial, and inside the bracket you will have x squared minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. What is this alpha plus beta? It is the sum of the zeros. What is this alpha into beta? It is the product of the zeros. So for a given quadratic polynomial, if you are given with the sum of the zeros and product of the zeros, the final polynomial will be of the form k brackets x squared minus sum of the zeros plus minus sum of the zeros into x plus product of the zeros. It will be of the form x squared minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. X squared minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. For cubic polynomial, you will have three roots, alpha, beta and gamma. Sum of the roots will be alpha plus beta plus gamma. Product of the roots will be alpha, beta, gamma. And the sum of the product of zeros taken two at a time will be alpha, beta plus beta, gamma plus alpha, gamma. So how will be the final polynomial? K, the same k. And inside the brackets you will have x cubed minus sum of the zeros plus product of the zeros taken two at a time minus product of the zeros. You can see here there is a pattern. For this term there is a plus coefficient, here minus, here plus, and again and again a minus here. There is some printing mistake here. This is not a plus, it will be minus. X cubed minus sum of the zeros. First of all, you will have 0 roots, taken 0 at a time. You are not taking any roots itself. Second, taken 1 at a time. You are taking 1 root at a time and adding them. Here you are taking 2 root at a time and adding them. Here you take 3 root at a time and adding them. Since they are not having anything to add, you just leave it there. So plus minus and also 0, 1, 2, 3. This is the pattern you should observe. So the final thing would be k into x cube minus sum of the zeros into x squared plus sum of the zeros taken two at a time into x plus minus the product of the zero. Zero polynomial and then answer will be 0. Number 0 it's known as a polynomial. Other than the polynomial or constant function, p of x equal to 0. அது நீங்க என்ன வேல்யூ கொடுத்தாலும் it is going to give you 0 itself. So what will be the x? Is there any, can you define any 0 of the polynomial? No, because there could be infinite zeros of the polynomial. So for whatever values you feed in, you will get 0 itself. That is why you say there is no 0 of the polynomial defined. Let's jump into problems. The first thing is find the zeros, verify relationship. How will you find a 0? You will equate this polynomial to 0. Then only then you will get the zeros of the polynomial. How will you factorize it? இதோட zeros எப்படி கண்டுபிடிக்கிறது? There is a simple thing. இங்க ஒரு கோஎஃபிஷியன்ட் இருக்குல்ல, x squared you have a coefficient. அதையும் இங்க கான்ஸ்டன்ட் டேர்மையும் மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணுங்க. இங்க 1 இருக்கு, இங்க 10 இருக்கு. மல்டிப்ளை 10. ரெண்டு நம்பரை மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணா 10 வரணும், அப்புறம் ஆட் பண்ணா -7 வரணும். மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணா 10 வரணும், ஆட் பண்ணா -7 வரணும். அப்போ அது என்ன நம்பர்ஸா இருக்கலாம்? 2, 5 let's say. ஆனா இது ரெண்டுத்தையும் ஆட் பண்ணா -7 வருது? No. So the trial and error, -2 -5. -2 -5 multiply panna, what will you get? You will get 10. Add panna -7. So you should write it as x squared minus 2x minus 5x plus 10. இப்போ கரெக்ட்டா வருதா? We are just manipulating the polynomial. அது வந்துட்டு மாத்தி எழுதுறோம். That's it. We are not changing anything. இப்போ x squared minus 2x ல இருந்து x காமன் எடுக்கணும், x minus 2 ஆகும். இல்ல -5 காமன் எடுத்தா x minus 2 வரும். இப்போ x minus 2a காமன் எடுத்தா x minus 5 இருக்கும். இதை equal to 0 கொடுத்தா ரெண்டுமே product of two numbers 0 னா one of them should be 0. அப்ப x equal to 2 ஆ இருக்கலாம், x minus 2 equal to 0 ஆ இருக்கலாம், or x minus 5 equal to 0 ஆ இருக்கலாம். So this will leave x equal to 2 as one root, x equal to 5 the other root. இப்போ alpha is equal to alpha equal to 2, beta equal to 5. What is alpha plus beta? 7. என்ன சொன்ன? minus b by a. minus b by a என்னங்க? b என்னது? -7, a என்னது? 1. So 7 வருதா? alpha plus beta 7, minus b by a 7. So the relation is coming to be true. இப்போ alpha into beta எவ்வளோ? 2 and 5, 10. நான் அந்த ரிலேஷன் படி பார்த்தா c by a. What is c here? 10, a 1. So 10. இப்போ இதுபடியும் பார்த்தாலும் alpha cross beta c by a they are giving the same value. So the relationship is verified. அடுத்து x squared minus 3 equal to 0. Zeros of the polynomial கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். இப்போ a squared minus b squared எப்படி எழுதலாம்? a into b, sorry, a plus b into a minus b, x minus root 3, x plus root 3 equal to 0. So this will give x equal to root 3 as one root and x equal to minus root 3 the other root. இப்போ x equal to root 3 and x minus root 3. This is alpha, this will be alpha, this will be beta. What is alpha plus beta? root 3 minus root 3, which is 0. இங்க minus b by a என்ன வரும்? இங்க ba இல்லையே. Since there is no coefficient for the x term, x squared plus 0x ன்னு போட்டுக்கலாம். ஏன்னா x தான் ஒண்ணுமே இல்லையே. அப்ப minus b by a எவ்வளவு வரும்? minus 0 by 1, which is 0 itself. Again verification done. அடுத்து product of zeros. ஒரு ரூட் வந்துட்டு 3, root 3, இன்னொரு ரூட் minus root 3. அப்ப ஆன்சர் எவ்வளவு வரும்? -3. இப்போ c by a வெரிஃபை பண்ணி பாருங்க. c by what is c by a? -3 by 1, which is -3 again. அப்போ c by a வும் சேமா வருது, -3 -3. அதே மாதிரி alpha plus beta 0 வருது, minus b by a வும் 0 வருது. So the verification is done. அடுத்து sum, find a quadratic polynomial with for and you are given with sum and product of the zeros is -3 and 2. அதாவது alpha plus beta வந்துட்டு -3 ன்னு கொடுத்துட்டாங்க, alpha cross beta வந்துட்டு 2 ன்னு கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. As I already said, for a polynomial it will be of the form k into x squared minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. இப்படி தான் இருக்கணும். So k let it be some constant. அடுத்து x squared minus alpha plus beta எவ்வளவுன்னு கொடுத்துருக்காங்க? 3 -3, alpha beta 2. So k x squared minus into minus plus 3x plus 2. So the p of x would be kx squared plus 3kx plus 2k. Please don't forget to use this k in your answer, because you are not sure whether the coefficient of x squared would be 1 or not. And it is not equal to equation nada. If you say this to be equation, kx squared plus 3kx plus 2k equal to 0. Equal to 0 nada, it is called as an equation. mathematical naming buddy. Appada you can take k common and say x squared plus 3x plus 2 equal to 0. But if they are asking you to find a quadratic polynomial, you should give the answer with this variable, sorry, constant. Adutha they are giving this fifth sum. They have given this 3 roots and the polynomial itself, and they are asking you to verify the relationship. Inga 3 roots kuduthitaanga. You name them as alpha, beta and gamma. Adutha alpha plus beta plus gamma evlo minus b by a. Verify agan parunga. Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha evlo c by a. Alpha beta gamma d minus d by a. Idu moonuthi potu verify agudha agalayan parunga. Then this 2.2 exercise you can just solve it in the same way. So with this, I think this exercise is completed, and the next exercise is omitted for your syllabus. In your 2021 board exam, 10th board exam syllabus, they have omitted this exercise where you will learn about this division of two polynomials. Rendu polynomial divide panni coefficient ennu kandupidikiradhanaal they have omitted, but I will try to teach you again. Let's again see what is given in this 2.4 optional exercise. Verify the numbers that are given alongside are given zeros. Also verify the relationship. So they have given you a cubic polynomial and 3 roots of them. Just verify them. Like sonna mari alpha plus beta plus gamma, alpha beta, and all that you can just verify using that formula. Second one, find a cubic polynomial with sum of the other. Sum of the product of 0 taken 2 at a time and product of 0. That alpha plus beta plus gamma equal to 2 கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha வந்துட்டு -7 கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. Alpha beta gamma equal to -14 கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. So நான் ஏற்கனவே சொன்ன மாதிரி what will be the form? K into x cube minus beta plus gamma into x plus alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha, which is that product of two numbers product of zeros taken 2 at a time. This is the form. Appo namme enakku enna varum k into x cube minus 2x squared minus 7x minus 14. This is the cubic polynomial that you are asked to find. Also okay, find a cubic polynomial, that's it. If the zeros of the polynomial, they have given the zeros of the cubic polynomial, x cube and x cube, this is a little bit different. Let's just try. The p of x, they have given it as x cube minus 3x squared plus x plus 1. What are the sum of the roots? What are the sum of the zeros? Minus b by a, which is 3. Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha, which is that 1 plus c by a, which is 1. Alpha beta gamma is again minus d by a, which is minus 1. So alpha beta gamma enadhu? Alpha is equal to a minus b, beta equal to a, and gamma equal to a plus b. Ipo a plus alpha plus beta plus gamma evlo? A minus b plus a plus b. இதான மூணு ரூட்ஸ். இது எவ்வளவு கொடுத்திருக்காங்க? 3 னு கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. b யும் b கேன்சல் ஆயிடும். So 3a equal to 3, which will give a equal to 1. இது ஒரு ரிசல்ட். அடுத்து alpha plus beta, இந்த இதுல மடி யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம். alpha beta gamma equal to -1. அதாவது a plus b, a minus b. இது மூணுத்தையும் மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணா -1 ஆகும். a ஓட வேல்யூ எவ்வளவுன்னு கொடுத்திருக்காங்க? 1. So 1 plus b, 1 minus b equal to -1. இந்த 1 இருக்கிறது எடுத்துடலாம். 1 minus b square, a minus b into a plus b வந்துட்டு இப்படி வரும். So -1. b square அந்த பக்கம் கொண்டு போகலாம், 1 இந்த பக்கம் கொண்டு வரலாம். 1 plus 1 equal to b squared equal to 2. This will give b equal to root 2. Alpha a and b கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டோமா? Is this what they are asking? Find a and b. So a will be equal to 1, b equal to root 2. So with this lesson is completed. Very good job. We just completed it in 3 videos. So what is our next lesson? We will see that in our next video. Bye guys. A pair of linear equations. We are left with this pair of linear equations in 2 variables. So catch you up guys in our next video. Bye.